What's up guys, it's Cody here, and today in this video I wanted to show you something that I just recently got that I've been having a lot of fun with. I've had it for a little less than a month and I wanted to wait until it was nice, which it's really not that nice right now. It's actually pretty cloudy and I think it's gonna rain in a couple hours, but I wanted to have it clean so I could show you guys so you get the full effect of it. This was a really big decision in my life just because this is the most money I've ever spent on anything ever. So it took a lot of consideration and a lot of shopping and a lot of research before I actually purchased this. So this was not a spur of the moment decision to purchase this or anything. This was something that I've wanted for a very long time. So I just want to show you guys, share it with you, and really just thank you guys for watching my videos and watching the content that I create. So I really appreciate it. I thank you guys. So without further ado, let's take a look at what I got. So here it is. This is the brand new 2017 Grand Sport Corvette. I got this in 2LT, so it comes in 1LT, 2LT, and 3LT. So basically just the options that you get with the car. And this is the Watkins Glen gray color. I just think it looks really awesome. The first time that I saw it, it looks really similar to like a Batmobile. So I just kept, drooling over this thing. And finally I had to end up going to Oklahoma to pick it up. But I didn't get any chrome on this car, just because not a big fan of chrome. I used to be, but not anymore. I think the black just looks really good. Everything's blacked out. All the badges are carbon fiber, so there's no chrome there either. This is the Grand Sport. So if you guys aren't familiar with Corvettes, it basically starts out at a Stingray, and then you go up to the Grand Sport, and then you go up to the Z06. So this looks just like a Z06. The only difference is that it doesn't have the engine that a Z06 has. So the Stingray, which is the baseline, just doesn't look like this. It doesn't have the same body type that the Grand Sport and the Z06 has. So one of the changes right here is the wide body in the back. So you get an extra 3 inches on each side of the car, which makes it just look a whole lot more aggressive. Now, some of the other things that you get with the Grand Sport is this right here where it says Grand Sport, that whole piece, as well as the ground effects down here at the bottom, the swoop, and this right here. And the lines on these just look really good. Like I said, really aggressive, really mean, and they just look like they're fast. You get a different grille as well. So I think the grille looks a whole lot better on the Grand Sport and the Z06 than it does on the Stingray, because the Stingray has like a chrome strip right there in the middle, and this just looks so much better. So we have our cameras right up here in the front too, so that's like helping for parking, because the front end of this car is very, very long, and the car itself is not. It's actually a pretty short car, so it fits in parking spaces really well. But the front end is definitely a whole lot different than, any other cars that I've ever driven. Now, I did just get my windows tinted, so this is actually legal tint. I didn't get the illegal tint because I didn't want to have to deal with that, with cops pulling me over and that type of stuff. It is pretty dark in the back though. It's actually kind of hard to see out the back through the rear view mirror. So, but in the front, it's definitely street legal, so we're good there, I think. And these are definitely some fat wheels that we have here. These are summer only wheels, so they're definitely not very good when you're riding these in the rain. You have to be really, really careful of what you're doing and how you're driving and how fast you're accelerating when even there's a little bit of water on the road, just because they will slip like crazy and you will hydroplane like crazy. So definitely watch out for that if you do end up getting some summer tires. But the nice thing about summer tires is that they are really, really sticky. So going around turns at really high speeds, you should be solid. So here's the back end, which I think looks really good. We also have the carbon fiber badge in the back, as well as, it's saying Corvette. The Grand Sport comes with a spoiler right here that I think looks really nice. It's a whole lot better than the Stingray as well, I think. Take a look at the trunk as well as under the hood real quick. And to open this door, you basically just stick your fingers in and you pull out. It's really simple. As long as you have the key on you, then it's not going to be an issue. But let's go ahead and pop the trunk and the hood. So if we go over here to the hood right here, we'll pop this up, and there is the engine. You got your Corvette logo right on the underside of the hood. This is a 6.2 liter V8, and it's pretty quick. I have no complaints whatsoever. But yeah, that's right there under the hood. So let's go ahead and shut this. And let's go around to the back here. And the trunk space is actually good. It's actually a little bit bigger than I thought it was. So here I have just my electric board. This is the Bamboo GTX. If you guys haven't seen my video on this, it is literally the best electric skateboard that you've ever seen, in my opinion anyways. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description below for you. But here we have just some of my stuff. I have my jacket, I got some shorts, my weight belt right here, as well as, you know, my charger. So you got to charge this thing, trickle charge it if you don't start it up. But this is my daily driver. I don't have, you know, like 10 cars and keep this guy in a garage. I run this thing like crazy. So yeah, I don't need this hardly ever, or actually I will never use this. So this is the only car that I have. I got my camera in here, I got a tripod, and I got my screw gun back there. But I've had like 3 or 4 boards in here at the same time, electric skateboards, and no issue whatsoever. I haven't had issues with groceries or anything like that. So definitely enough trunk space, you know, to get your groceries if you're a single dude. Now I didn't mention this yet, but actually the top of the car comes off. So this is a hard top, it's not a convertible, but you can take this part off and you can actually shove it right here in the back. And it's actually gonna fit right over this board. So even if you're a golfer, I was told this by the sales guy, which I don't golf, but you can put your golf clubs right down there at the bottom and then slide the top right on top of it, and it fits just fine. But I'll show you that once we get into the interior. All right guys, so if we take a look at the interior, we got a lot of gauges right here that's actually customizable with the steering wheel. So you can see there's actually quite a few sections over on the left hand side, and every single one of those sections has more sections inside of it. So if I go ahead and tap on performance, you can see you can scroll up to get wheel slip, tire temp, horsepower, all kinds of stuff. You can check the G's, you can check the oil, basically pretty much anything that you would want to check on, you can do so right here within the dash, which is actually pretty cool. So if we come out just a little bit, you'll see that we have the flat bottom steering wheel here with the Corvette emblem right there in the middle. This is all your controls for the dash and everything. Also over here is like cruise control, all that good stuff. And with the 2LT model, you actually get a leather dash as well. So all of this up here is going to be leather, which looks really nice. And pretty much all of the center console is aimed towards the driver. So this is actually slanted right here towards the driver, so it's kind of cutting off the passenger over there. So since all the controls are right here and this is all aimed towards the driver, they have in the passenger side the climate controls over there on the right hand side. One thing that I really like about this car is CarPlay. I mean, I know that's something that comes in a lot of different cars, but this is the first time I've actually had it, and I love it. I think the UI of it just looks really good, just because, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of iOS. So I really like this. It's really simple, it's really straightforward. You can check your messages, you can listen to Spotify, you can use the Apple Maps, which is actually a whole lot better than it used to be. You got pretty much every control down here that you normally have in, you know, any car really. You've got your temperature control, you got your fan speed over here. You have the heated and cooled seats right here. So if you want some fans going, then you can just tap on this and it's gonna start blowing air out through the seat. So you can see the seats are perforated. So it's got those little holes in there. So here's the console. You can see the gear shift. You have just a cigarette lighter right here, which I don't smoke, so I don't use that. You have your tiny cup holders that don't hold much other than like a can of Coke or the smallest drink that you're gonna get at like fast food restaurants. This is where you can actually change the mode in which you're driving. So you can see if you just slide this over like that, then that's gonna change the mode, and you'll see the mode actually change right there in the dash. So I have sport mode, and then you have track mode, and you can come over here to tour mode, eco, weather. And each one of these modes actually changes like the suspension, the exhaust, and just the overall feel of the ride while you're driving. Now, if we want to take the top off, we can do that. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this guy out. And then you just want to lock it. Same thing right here. Lock it out. And then there's this one that you just push up right there, and then it's loose. Now, at this point, you can take the top off and you can throw it in the back. So let's do that. This thing is really light. issue, you know, moving this by yourself if you need to. It's always nice to have somebody else to help, but you can do it by yourself. So you can see it fits right over that electric longboard, and I've had 3 longboards in here and that on top. So that gives you an idea of how much space you got and how well the top actually fits. So that's what it looks like with the top down. Unfortunately, I can't roll down the windows just because they just got tinted. So you gotta wait a couple of days before you can roll them down. But it looks really nice with the windows down and the top off. And it looks like it's literally about to rain, so I gotta throw the top back on. So let's go ahead and do that. Wow, I picked a really bad time to take the top off because it literally started raining the second I took it off, and now it's not raining anymore. So that was awesome. Well, I'm happy that I came out here early in the morning to take care of this video because it's raining now. And I'm not doing this video to, you know, brag about it or show off or anything like that. I'm doing this video because I like this car. This car is awesome. It's literally the biggest investment that I've ever made in my entire life. And you guys helped me get it. I've been doing videos for the past, 5 to 6 years now. And being able to create content for you guys and, you know, make something that you guys want to watch is just something that I really, really enjoy. I know that I've been really sporadic with uploads lately. Now that I am trying so hard to not let that happen again. So right now I'm making as much content as I possibly can. As you guys know, I have a day job that takes a lot of my time. By the time I get home, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I know at some point in my life, I am going to be making videos for a living. So that's really what's driving me to continue to make content. I know this is what I want to do. I just need to make the time to do it. And it's just hard for me because of other obligations. Sometimes YouTube gets on the back burner, which I hate, and it gives me anxiety because I'm always wanting to make content, and sometimes I just can't do it. I just don't have the time to do it. So that's something that is going to change. I've uploaded, I think, 3 videos or 4 videos in the last week and a half. So hopefully that is the consistency that I want to be putting out. I actually want to be putting out at least 3 to 4 a week. So hopefully smaller videos that don't take a ton of time, like that electric board video that I did, that took like a week just because I had to get B-roll outside. And I don't go outside, bro. I don't go outside. I like to be behind my computer screen, you know, doing the same stuff you're doing right now. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want some more detail of the car, then I'm more than happy to do some videos on that. Also, if you guys are interested in like mods or anything that I do to the car, which I'm not positive I'm gonna do yet, but maybe decals, possibly engine mods. I may get new exhaust. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. Right now, I'm just, you know, enjoying it for what it is. So that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you hit that like button. And if you guys wanna see more of my videos, make sure you subscribe. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.